Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Zana Barij and I am from Department of PS Chemistry. My resource person is Dr. Hamad Majid and the topic which is assigned to me for presentation is anodizing. First, let's have a look to the presentation layout. Today I discuss the basic introduction to anodizing in front of you, then general history of anodizing, some principle of anodizing which is necessary for anodizing process, steps of anodizing process, why aluminum anodizing is important, benefits and applications of aluminum anodizing, and anodizing. Now we have to know what is anodizing and how it came into existence. Anodizing is an electrolytic or electrochemical process used to increase the thickness of the natural oxide layer on the surface of a metal parts. Anodizing converts the metal surface into a decorative, durable, corrosion-resistant anodic oxide finish. The process is called anodizing because the part to be treated forms the anode electrode of the electrolytic cell. Aluminum is ideally suited to anodizing, although other non-ferrous metals such as magnesium, titanium also can be anodized. Now we have to know how anodizing came into existence. So a historical perspective of anodizing is in the 1920s, aluminium turned the world of metal upside down with its benefits of lightweight, strength, fabrication, flexibility, and durability. The first and the most important of these was the development of the anodizing process, which converts the aluminium surface into an extremely hard, durable, corrosion resistant, long lasting aluminum oxide finish. While various metals including titanium, hafnium, zinc and magnesium can be protected by applying an anodized layer, by far the process is most commonly applied to aluminium and aluminium alloys. Anodizing was first used on an industrial scale in 1923 to protect the duralium Z-plan parts from the corrosion. Anodized aluminum extrusion was a popular architectural material in the 1960s and 1970s, but has since been displaced by the cheaper plastic and powder coating. Now, we have to know the necessary principle for the process of anodizing. And anodizing is accomplished by the immersing the aluminum into an acid electrolyte bath and passing an electric current through the medium, which we discuss in further. A cathode is mounted to the inside of the anodizing tank. The aluminum acts as an anode so that oxygen ions are released from the electrolyte to combine with the aluminum atoms at the surface of the part being anodized. Anodizing is therefore a matter of highly controlled oxidation, the enhancement of a naturally occurring phenomenon. Now, for the process of anodizing, first we know why we use anodizing process. If you notice, we scratch the paint from a water bottle, but we can't scratch the paint from a laptop, a bicycle, bell, or a carabiner, and a lot of other stuffs. Why? Because they are highly anodized. Three steps are used for anodizing. First steps, the container is filled with liquid that conducts electricity. Then a current starts to flow because of the battery, of which the negative side is connected to the liquid and the positive side is connected to the thing that you want to anodize. In this case, we use laptop. The liquid contains the oxygen which is negatively charged while the laptop is positively charged. Positive attract negative, so that oxygen will move into the direction of the aluminium of the laptop case. The oxygen is react with the aluminium and forms aluminium oxide. This causes a hard and a air resistance layer. It even creates the holes in the layer. The longer the current flows, the deeper these holes become. At every spot where the oxygen reacts with aluminum, a hole is created, and then it's time then it's time for the second step. In step 2, the laptop is put into a bath with paints, the holes filled with paints, and this gives the laptop a nice color. But the paints can still run out of the holes, and therefore the third steps take place. During the third step, the laptop displays in a water bath with boiling water of 100 degrees Celsius. This warms up the laptop, and once something warms up, it expands. So the aluminium expands and no space is available anymore for the holes, and holes close and the paint is completely enclosed into the aluminium. Now we move to the aluminium process of anodizing. the anodizing aluminum process. Aluminium. Aluminium, when left out in the elements, will oxide like iron or steel, but unlike these other metals, aluminium oxide layer will not rust or eat away at the substrate instead the oxide layer actually protects the aluminium from the further corrosion. Anodizing significantly improves upon this natural occurrence. Through a electrochemical process that grows the anodic layer from the aluminium, aluminium oxide is a transcurator crystalline structure from the corundum family of gemstone, like sapphire, with hardness secondary of the diamond. Since aluminium oxide is bonded at the molecular level, it will never chip, flick, peel, or chalk like coatings often do with the continuous coil anodizing process. Ensures that every square inches or millimeter of the material spends the exact same amount of the time in this process. This provides a much more consistent surface, finish film thickness, color quality, and seal quality. The anodizing process consists of 5 steps which offer opportunities to customize the anodic thickness and color, ensuring that the finished fit aluminum meets the requirements of the end user's application. The first step in the anodizing process is spearmint process, where the aluminum is cleaned to remove mill oils. This second step, depending on preference, the analyzer can treat the surface for a satin matte or bright look. The step 3 in the process is where the anodic layer is grown. The more time the metal spends in the anodizing tank, the thicker the anodic layer will be. Step 4 is where the color comes in. Dyes are added directly to the unsealed aluminum pores. Alternatively, you can add metal salts to achieve a more durable fad resistance metal. The last step is step 5 in process is when the aluminum is sealed and rinsed completely. The anodized process. From here the finished anodized aluminum is shipped to the clients who manufacture parts or panels, providing products for a multitude of markets and in substrates. That's all for the aluminum anodizing process. Now have a look to some applications of aluminum anodizing process. The very big and the very wide range of application of aluminum anodizing process is NASA space station trusses and handrails. The NASA space station company was designed by Boeing and medium aluminum extrusions with the anodized finishes. Trusses of NASA space stations. During truss components assembly in space, the on-orbit thermal environment effects are challenging. According to Boeing's manager of the outboard truss elements at Boeing Canoga Park, who worked on the project, direct sunlight and shading cause wide swing in temperature. The anodized surface finish of the extant aluminum trusses, providing superior optical properties, and because anodized aluminum does not get as hot, allows for a better overall thermal control. If we move to the further applications of anodized aluminum process, these are the general applications which we use in our daily life, which are structures and architectural categories of all types, home appliances which we generally use in our daily life, commercial and residential building products which are different on the basis of need, food preparation equipments which is also known as the crockery or journal furniture and sporting goods and boats, motor vehicle components as we discussed in like bicycle bell and jewelry. Benefits of anodized aluminum: protect satellites from the harsh environment of space. Used in one of the world's tallest buildings, the Sears Tower in Chicago, Illinois. Provide attractive minimum maintenance, highly durable extrusion roofs, curtain walls, ceilings, floors, accelerators, lobbies, and staircases in skyscrapers and commercial buildings throughout the world. Revolutionized the construction of the computer hardware, exhibit displays for the trade shows, scientific instruments, and a constantly expanding array of home appliances, consumer products, and building materials. Consider environmentally safe, producing few, if any, harmful effects on land or air or water. These are the some benefits of anodized aluminum process. I hope you find it very informative. Thank you so much. That's all for me. If you have any question regarding to this topic, you can ask in comment section. Allah Hafiz.